You can't get good help these days. I email support and they're just like, oh, ads. Yes, ads. Here's how ads work. Not my fucking question. Not my goddamned issue. There's not a single mention of the word I put in the main title of this support ticket. I know you're an LLM, but can't you read? Oh, wait, no, they can't. Right. Anyways, Da Vinci. Let me get drinking my water. Ugh. That water is not cold. That's how you know it's hot out, when the water from the tap is not that cold. I have completely forgotten where the hell we were. And like, okay, so yeah, we started episode 3. Hello, welcome to episode number 3. Yeah, episode 3. We're on episode 3, starts at 210, so at 310 is where we'll, this was me yapping about the fucking Lysandra fight, or whatever the fuck her name is. Found the tiger, and 2 frogs, and 2 and a child. So, this is where they kill Nola, quote unquote. Verify the target's status, then lock down the subterranean testing site. So Gilroy and Lucic deal with the other 2. Lusarch, whatever. To the biological research facility. I'll take a look there. Listen to me. You need to run. I can't. I'm not scared of homunculi. They're just like us. Good light, Professor. I'm so sorry. Listen to me. You need to run. I can't control it much longer. Gilroy, and that barrier. If only I'd known. So she learned some shit. So they kill Nola, find Lily and Lilac. I lost that girl. I kept at it, and then I realized what I had become. I nearly lost you too. Like, then you helped me. I saw it in those memories. It was just a whim at first, or maybe it was curiosity. You hadn't been at school for a long time. Experiments and the tuner training were taking their toll. You just made friends with Homunculus. I remember how excited you were to tell me. I'm sorry, the only memories I have are from from after we were separated and I fell into a lot of sinking. And look me. I understand I'm not connected to Gilroy. I thought Gilroy had destroyed you. It isn't like him not to finish the job. What do you plan to do? Exact revenge for what he did to you? I wish to reclaim my memories, and whether or not I do, destroy his core. Don't underestimate Gilroy. Even with your memories, prove formidable. Gilroy has turned mutant. A lot of the criminals have lost next to him. You have to stop him. No, not Gilroy, too. You intend to fight, I'm not coming with you. I own that much. It's good to see you again, Lilac. I'll teach you everything I can. Alright, new pressure ability. Homunculus manages the Sorcerer's Academy, modeled after Sorcerer D-Clan. She has a natural, yet the sorcery as well as unusual acquisitive nature. Despite her past tenure at the biological research facility, she harbors a strong admiration for humans, a truth that is believed that she was born with. That's weird phrasing. Modeled after the Sorcerer D-Clan. D-Clan's a guy. I think it's modeled by the Sorcerer D-Clan. So Nola had been out of commission for a while. Oh, that's creepy. That's certainly a frame. Can you see? Can you see the ghost of the child? That's even worse, because now I can't see where her eyes are. Ah, got, like... Pareidolia. So... Nola was out of commission for a while. For some reason, access and lockdown subterranean testing station. We'll sell this. So Nola was taken out by something. I'm not sure what. And then, oh, there. Deal the other two.
Like, did the other two get away? And that's why we... She says, I'll look there. Like, she... I feel like the translation says have fucked the meaning of some of these cutscenes, so it's kind of difficult to decipher everything. And Lilac, so... Trying to parse this. The tuner train was... We're taking... Tuner train were taking their toll. Was taking its toll. Then... Been outside... Taking toll. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure on what the... So, we know Nola got incapacitated by something, and then... The grammar is kind of throwing me off. I think Luis, I'm gonna call her Lois. I think I'm gonna call her Lois, since I don't know what the fuck her actual... I can't fucking... Because Louis, brain. I believe I looked this up before. Lou Shock? Lock? 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 Can I have a fucking... Fucking audible... Lucia? 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 Lucia. Lucia. That's what. Apparently it's like Gaelic. Lucia. Scott-Irish or whatever. Lucia. But then, so, Nola, something took out Nola. I'm unsure what. And then I believe the grammar breaks down a bit. And I think... Luak? I closed the fucking tab. Lucia. My brain. I think Lucia took Lilac and Lilia to the biological facility. Alright. Okay, so Nola died somehow, half died, but I'm not sure how yet, probably, but Louis, fuck, the name skipped my mind again, because it's just so weird. Lucia. So Nola died at one point, I'm not sure how, because that's her own weapon in her chest, I'm pretty sure. And then I think the grammar kind of breaks down in this whole cutscene period section, because Lucia. So Nola is incapacitated somehow, because I think that's her own sword in her chest, so I'm not sure how any of this happened. At least yet, probably. I forget at the time of editing. But then Lucia is how you pronounce that name, apparently. I think the grammar also breaks down, so I believe what the game is trying to say here is that Lucia took Lilia and Lilac to the biological research facility and just kind of looked over them while they were there and like let them outside here and now. Because the grammar is just messing with my head. I can't really parse it. Anyways, on to the next part. So I don't think there's much else here besides that. Because it's just plot progression. And just more about fucking Declan being a weirdo. So Nola is incapacitated somehow because I think that's her own sword in her chest. So I'm not sure how any of this happened. At least yet, probably. I forget at the time of it. But then Lucia, that sounded like I just gargled golf balls. Lucia. So Nola's incapacitated. I don't know how, since that's her own sword in her chest. Maybe we'll find out later, I forget. But then Lucia, which is how you pronounce her name, takes them to the biological research facility. The grammar gets weird in this section, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, and my brain is just turning to soup trying to figure it out. So I'm pretty sure she just took them to the research facility and just kind of watched over them, and then let them out from time to time. But I don't know, but she's with us now, which is nice. Anyways, on to the next part. Lucia. She's gonna be saying that all day, aren't you? Lucia. So, Nola's incapacitated. I don't know how, since that's her own sword in her chest. Maybe we'll find out later, I forget. But split. Come on. My mouse buttons start going out, I'm going to be extra sad. I know I have a backup mouse somewhere, but maybe we'll find out later, I forget. But then Lucia, which is how you pronounce her name, takes them to the biological research facility. The grammar gets weird in this section, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, and my brain is just turning to soup trying to figure it out. What type of soup? Gazpacho. So it's cold, yes. Figure it out. So I'm pretty sure she just took them to the research facility and just kind of watched over them, and then let them out from time to time. But I don't know, but I don't know, but she's with us now, which is nice. Anyways, on to the next part. Now, which is nice. Anyways, on to the next part. Alright, file, export. Ah, perfect. Call that Lucia audio. I don't have the folder open. What do you mean I'm being sued? L. We got some lore here, and my hair is caught behind my back. And what do we got here?
Clothes under your mantle. That's the academy uniform I gave you, isn't it? It is. I have no idea. Lilia picked it out, specifically because it looked like a Tinner's uniform. Lucich, could you tell me about the time you spent with Lilia? I was at the academy a lot, so I wasn't always around the two of you. Lilia was raising you to be a tuner in exchange for certain information to read that you would be safe from harm. The workers at the research facility, not to mention the homunculi, weren't exactly normal. So Lilia did what she could to keep you safe and guarantee you some sort of a life, even when the experiments didn't make it easy for her. Oh, Lilia. I wish I'd been able to do more for you both, but it's a little late for regrets.
Yeah, they were brought to the research facility. And then and Lilia was just trying to be raised normally, and then, no, Lilac was trying to be raised normally, and, they were doing experiments on, Lilia.
Sorcerer's Gauntlet increases the intensity of stat effects inflicted on enemies by 20% when attacking. An ancient gauntlet that once held by the Sorcerer's Academy gifted by House Frost. It is an ominous artifact said to be made using resources found in Land of Origin. Right?
The Land of Origin is very powerful.
Okay. 5 of our students owe you their lives. Now let's find Eliza. I'm sorry, Eliza is... I couldn't save her. She's with the students she protected near the Central Plaza. Near Central Plaza? Understood. I will make my way there. First of all, go home. Your students. I shall... Eliza, forgive me. That's why knowing that you did all you could, and that your students are alive because of you. Thank you. Professor Isabel, it's my fault I did this to you, Professor Eliza. It's not your fault. Mutated homunculi are not to be taken lightly. You have my gratitude. Thanks to you, we have been able to protect our students. I'll remain here until things settle down. If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Okay. Magic Amplifier 2. Application vial prevalent in such random these off the homunculi were designed for battles such as guards. This place was pretty rough even before the mutants. But now the word is that a bunch of homunculi with all sorts of illegal modifications run around. You ask me, you shouldn't be in Central City, not if you don't want to end up dead. Alright, buddy. Oh, it is. Steel District. Used to be governed by D-Clan. The sorcerer they say can make creating homunculi. The place is apparently filled with all sorts of odd exotic architecture. I hear they started letting people in after the homunculi riots, but between you and me, that god's making me think twice. Hello, sir. And who are you supposed to be? The administrator's gone, and the master D-Clan ain't around no more. Not to mention there's mutants everywhere. But the smell, it isn't fumes. Yeah, it's fire. Instant death.
Fire. No. What the fuck? Oh, I zoomed all the way in.
Mother's note. Tomorrow's a big day for the kids. I'm gonna take care of dinner, and you can handle the presents. Maybe a stuffed toy. I remember loving those as a kid myself. Either way, I can't wait to see what you pick out. That's a room full of fire. That's not nice.
That's what they call world building. Or something.
Spike Out restores 2 SP every 4 seconds. A totem created to supplement efficiencies and magic potential as a great benefit to workers in the Central Stratum, who require a substantial supply of magic on a daily basis. Alright, more in this room, but I have no idea what to do with those lasers. I'm pretty sure we'll find out later. Yeah, Arena Tower is located here. It's where homunculi are made to fight each other for sport. The homunculi here are all chosen by D-Clan, and there's all kinds of illegal stuff going on with how they've been kitted out. Monsters. To make matters worse, they've been roaming the streets ever since the riots. Watch back. You know, what are you doing here, kid? No place for runs.
I have a question. Illegal modifications like roids, they're not allowed to do drugs on the job. Oh, shoot. I forgot. So, Nola's incapacitated. I don't know.
That house is
Her own sword,
chest. Maybe we'll find out later. I forget. But then Lucian,
which is how you pronounce her name, takes them to the biological
research facility. The grammar gets weird in this section, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, and my brain is just starting to trying to figure it out. So I'm pretty sure she just took them to the research facility and just kind of watched over them, and then let them out from time to time. I don't know, but she's with us now, which is nice. Anyways, on to the next part.
And we learn about what actually happens. You know, I don't fully understand what they mean by illegal modifications. Were there limits placed on homunculi so they just didn't overthrow everything? Because they're just like worker bots, right? They were made to be worker bots. So wouldn't you want strong worker bots, but if they're too strong, then they're going to just break shit and just overthrow. But the mutants, they do that regardless, and this whole thing just kind of doesn't make sense, but oh well, I didn't write this. Well, I don't fully understand what they mean by illegal modifications. Were there limits placed on homunculi so they just didn't overthrow everything? Because they're just like worker bots, right? They were made to be worker bots. So wouldn't you want strong work? About me getting a comment. No, they had souls in them. Okay, and worker bots. So wouldn't you want strong worker bots? But if they're too strong, then they're going to just break shit and just overthrow. But the mutants, they do that regardless. And this whole thing just kind of doesn't make sense. But oh well, I didn't write this. Rip it and ship it, boys. What are we ripping? The bubble wrap. You don't rip bubble wrap, you pop bubble wrap. That's stupid. What do you mean that's stupid? I'll just call this one mods. Audio, bottom of the list. Boop, boop. Slap it on. Cut it off. What are we cutting off? You know what we're cutting off. I'm concerned.
Hi, Lilac, how's it going? Buddy, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Now you catching on, hey, check this out. Avian remnants. From a homunculus that resembles a bird, and what looks like the remnants of a core. A curious item unearthed by Levy. Someone may have further insight to offer. But, it looks like it could come in handy, doesn't it? I wonder. It looks like a bird, but... Hoot, hoot, hoot. Wow, is that a bird homunculus? I knew it. It's part of a homunculus. It looks just like Moonin. Hoot, hoot, hoot. The core is in bad shape from being buried for so long, but it hasn't gone intact. We find a way to help. It could be a friend of Moon's. Of course. Hoot, hoot, hoot.
Hoot.
Always wanted to go to the arena tower, but Jordan wouldn't let me. Pissed me off good. The chief of tutor. Yeah, him and his buddy. Ryborg. I never did get along with Ryborg. Way too serious for his own damn good, probably because his name. I don't know, in fact, that's why me and Jordan split up. This explains why you chose to remain hidden when we met Jordan. I wouldn't have taken you for the weak sort. You think you're any different? I've never met Jordan before, but even I could tell not to mess with him. I wasn't certain what to make of him myself.
Yes, Jordan, Chief of Tuna definitely hasn't been foreshadowed in the previous cutscenes. I think the previous cutscenes, or am I remembering future cutscenes? God damn it, I'm spoiling the story again. Also, I forgot again. Oh, don't do that. There we go.
You know, I don't fully understand what they mean by illegal modifications. Were there limits placed on homunculi so they just didn't overthrow everything? Because they're just like worker bots, right? They were made to be worker bots. So when you want strong worker bots, but if they're too strong, then they're going to just break shit and just overthrow. But mutants, they do that regardless, and this whole thing just kind of doesn't make sense, but I don't know, I didn't write this.
Yes, Jordan, it's not like there's been a bit of foreshadowing in previous cutscenes. Aren't those future cutscenes? It might be both I'm thinking of. Ah, yes, Joran. It's not like we've seen some foreshadowing in previous cutscenes about him. Or those future cutscenes, and I'm forgetting the order of everything again. Oh well. Ah, yes, Joran. It's not like we've seen some foreshadowing in previous cutscenes about him. Or those future cutscenes, and I'm forgetting the order of everything again. Oh well. Export audio, Jor, just call it Jor. Jor? You mean like Jork? No, shut up. But, no, shut up. Ah, yeah. Ah, yes, Joran.
It's not like we've seen some foreshadowing in previous cutscenes about him. Or
future cutscenes, and I'm forgetting
the order of everything again. Oh well.
What do we got here?
Due to researchers' notes, humans that have become blighted due to the rain of death are cursed to eternal life and cannot die. In light of this, it was decided that they would be repurposed into vessels or cores for homunculi. These homunculi are then sent to a lower stratum and put to work at the disposal site at mines, or are tasked with investigating the depths. When did we abandon our hopes and dreams to embark on this thankless endeavor? Interesting. That's a locked door.
Homunculi are people! Does anyone get that reference anymore? I'm too young for that reference. I think. When did that movie come out? Am I off topic again? Homunculi are people! Is anybody even going to get that reference? Do I even get that reference? I haven't seen the movie. I feel like I'm too young for that reference. When did that movie come out? Am I off topic again? Homunculi are people! Is anybody even... I'll leave a pause, but I need to cut out the exhale. People! Is anybody even going to get that reference? Do I even get that reference? I haven't seen the movie. I feel like I'm too young for that reference. When did that movie come out? Am I off topic again? Does anybody know what the fuck this idiot is saying? File, export, Soylent. For Lent, you will give up soy. Soylent. It's Soylent. It's time for Soylent. I don't think that's what that means. Sure it is. Sure it is. No, it's not. It's really not. I'm gonna put sad at the beginning here. Homunculi are people! Is anybody even going to get that reference? Do I even get that reference? I haven't seen the movie. I feel like I'm too young for that reference. When did that movie come out? Am I off topic again? We're gonna go look that up. I've been flashbanged by the How to Pronounce website. 73. That came out in 73. I ain't that old. Talk.
My friends are imprisoned in the Deacon's estate. For their sakes. I must fight. Alright. I'm taking whatever this is. Arena Tower Flyer. Welcome to the Arena Tower. Frenzied feast of mighty homunculi created by Sorcerer Decline. Predict the outcomes of these death matches between homunculi and claim your prize. $3 whole.
Up 3 whole American dollars. What's America? Don't worry about it. I'm worried about it. Quit worrying about it. I said! We got
Chief of Tuner's ring has been gained by attacking his priest by 10%. A ring that was displayed as a prize in the Arena Tower and stolen during the chaos that ensued during the riots. It has been fashioned using magicite of exceedingly high purity and is said to have belonged to the Frost Chief of Tuner. Interesting.
So, did the Chief of Tuner steal it first, or was it stolen and put up as a prize? I think it's the first one.
All of us here created by Decline. There's no escape from the unceasing violence. I too must return to the Arena Tower.
Long cutscene.
Opens the door. Press right over here, maybe? Cutscene. This is it. The Arena Tower. What it is, old Declan didn't just kick out of watching a homunculi duke it out. He went and turned it into a beat betting pool. There's hardly any people left in the city. I wonder what things are lacking in the Arena Tower. Declan. A one and out only, a big shot aristocrat and Island scum, ruler of the old steel district, creator of homunculi, all that crap. What are we here? I was not aware tuners were allowed to participate. No, we're not here to take part. Just as well, homunculi here may well be mad, but they are not mutants. They thirst for battle, created by Declan for the sole purpose of battling in the Arena Tower. Even the audience of bloodthirsty humans go on, it makes little difference, they still fight with all their might. Such is our lot. We know little else. That is, with the exception of number 7, cursed to be a mutant trapped here and forced to battle against his will. Number 7? Your once bodyguard and aide to Declan himself, our brother created along with the rest of us. Your tuners are able to liberate homunculi through your art of tuning, are you not? If you seek Declan, consult number 7, he's at the top of the tower. And should he regain his sanity in the process, perhaps I shall someday have the chance to lock blades with him, as more than a mere mutant. Looks like we gotta go save a soul. Lilac, I wanna fight Declan. I know, and I'd like to help this number 7 too. Arena Tower, huh? Y'all got like a respite in here, please? Oh, thank God.
So, D-Clan's a dick that even though homunculi are made of human souls, still fucking still wants to have them fight to the death. This is an allegory for racism, probably. Granted, this whole place being a, Japanese-themed, Japanese Eastern... I mean, more or less Japanese. Maybe Korean. Maybe some Korean. I don't know. I'm not a culture expert. But being Far Eastern. Which would make sense why this is all centered around the Far East. He's just racist. Like a lot of weeaboos. He's just a racist weeaboo. Ugh. The D-Clan, despite the homunculi having literal human souls, still just sees them as less than human and just, and forces them to fight. And made the ones here for the sole purpose of fighting. Okay. This is an allegory for racism. Everything being Japanese, Far Eastern themed, that's just an allegory for being a weeaboo. It's just an allegory for being a fucking weeb. Do I have that clip? I feel like I have that audio bite. Hold on, let me... Sound bites, sound effects. I'm gonna check W. No, there's no weeb. Might be under L. No, I don't have it here. Do I have anything here? That... Okay, that's adorable. I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. I need to get... What? YouTube, don't recommend me my own stream while I'm live. That's weird. Hold on. I can just do this with Audacity. I just have to remember recording device. Which one do I have? Is it cable out? Start recording. Yep, this is the right one. Okay, stop.
Like a fucking weeb.
Split that. Backspace. I've just ripped a YouTube audio.
Like a fucking weeb.
It's gonna need to be louder.
Like a fucking weeb. Like a fucking weeb. Like a fucking weeb. Like a fucking weeb.
That works. File, export, I'll put it here. Is it under F? Do I have it under F here? Fine pow. No. I could have sworn I got this audio at some point. That will be moved here. Move it to the sound effects folder. Alright. Step 1. Lower this back down to +3 dB. So I don't accidentally blow my own ears out while recording a voice line. Step 2. Let's open back up this. Go to audio. Move fucking Weeb over here. So, despite homunculi having actual human souls in them, D-Clan does not value them, and thus made certain ones simply for dogfighting, more or less. This is an allegory for racism, I feel. As for why everything is just Japanese, Far Eastern, well, that's just because D-Clan is... And then we'll add the sound effect, fucking weep. I know it's...
Like a fucking weeb.
I'm not getting the JPEG, because that soundbite, I'm pretty sure is from Honey Pop. Blame Markiplier for this knowledge. So I'm not getting a JPEG for that. No, what I should get is just a bit of text just says boobs here. So, despite homunculi having actual human souls in them, D-Clan does not value them, and thus made certain ones simply for dogfighting, more or less. This is an allegory for race. Why is this so loud? Because I don't think it. Maybe we're gonna re-record that because it just feels louder than it should be. Maybe it's because of how I said it. So, despite homunculi having human fucking souls in them, D-Clan does not value them, and has thus made certain homunculi just for the fact of dogfighting. I believe this is an allegory for racism. As for why everything is like Japanese and Far Eastern, well, that's just simply because D-Clan is a... Yeah, that was just... I think it's because I had the mic closer. So, despite homunculi having human fucking souls in them, D-Clan does not value them. I don't know why I just didn't say fucking weebs. My brain is flat, man. D-Clan does not value them, and has thus made certain homunculi just for the fact of dogfighting. Just for the fact of dogfighting. Just for the dogfighting. For the fact of... I'm gonna cut out for the fact of. That was a total brain flub. Homunculi, just for the dogfighting. Add a bit of a pause. Just for the dogfighting. That's a bit better. It's still a bit chopped up and grambled, but who cares? What does a grambled mean? You know, grambled. You just make up words sometimes, don't you? Yes, that's how English works. I believe this is an allegory for racism. As for why everything is like Japanese and Far Eastern, racism. As for why everything is like Japanese and Far Eastern, well, that's just simply because D-Clan is a... Clan is a... I'll cut that out when... I will fix the audio when it is time to fix the audio, which will be soonish. I could stay like that. File, export, D-Clan, weeb. Like a fucking weeb. My time with face. So, despite
homunculi having human fucking souls in them, the clan does not value them, and has thus made certain homunculi just for dogfighting. I believe this is an allegory for racism.
As for why everything is like Japanese and Far Eastern, well, that's just simply because let's zoom in here to give myself a better chance. Decline is got that there. Doesn't matter all the stuff to the right fully because that is my audio. That's my voice. No, decline is
fucking weeb.
well, that's just simply because decline is
A fucking weeb.
decline is
A fucking weeb.
no, decline is
A fucking weeb. Fucking weeb.
decline is a
Fucking weeb.
that works. Alright, and I will just get a random ass text box. Effects. Search bar. And just put boobs JPEG here. The dog fighting. I believe this is an allegory for racism. As for what's that? As for why everything is like Japanese and Far Eastern, well, that's just simply because declan is a
Fucking weeb.
that works. Let's go back to the media pool here. That's the starting soon because the stream had to end. And you sneeze a bit. Don't you hate when you only have to sneeze a little? Like you can feel it in your nose. And it's just like, it's like, come on. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore.
Fucking weeb.
Arena Tower Demon Mass increases damage dealt by Carapace counterattacks by 25%. Interesting. An arcane instrument fashioned by the sorcerer Declan for use by attuners. It's said that in the past an event would be held in the Arena Tower where attuners would compete with one another while wearing masks reminiscent of these.
And I gotta remove the clip. I gotta remove the soundbite. Doesn't make sense.
Attuners would compete with one another while wearing masks reminiscent of demons.
So I have everything on different audio tracks so I can do this shit. Was that correct? Why is it doing that? That's not. That's weird. Because usually it just kind of drags everything over to the left. Or at least I haven't been noticing it. But what it did was it collapsed the, hold on. What am I doing? I just controls it. What it did was just collapse the clip like that and then extended it to where it belonged. That was odd.
Well, I don't remember. Look, I only lived to fight an unending cycle of death and rebirth, bask in something. First combat.
Bask in the unfettered mayhem.
Look, I finally lived to fight an unending cycle of death and rebirth, bask in something. First combat you lived to fight, number 20. The Arena Tower welcomes the first challenger, young tuner, a rare treat indeed. Ah, shit. Punch. Rude. Can you stop trying to kill me? Bidding at the summit, the undefeated champion, number 7. Bloodthirsty trader appears to the Arena Tower for betraying Declan himself. Alright. Where should we get that thing? Whatever it is. Oh, it's on fire here. Gutsy. We found him, number 7. What do I fight for? I can't. Stand in my way and you shall be struck down.
And, yeah, we only have the one death. So we will just play the death.
I tried to dodge, but then it didn't go.
What I may do is play all 3 of these fights in, I may do, yeah, that might be what I do. I ever mention how much I hate gauntlets? I ever mention how much I hate gauntlets before boss fights? They're annoying. Anyways, first, let's start with number 20. Caps lock is on. Notepad. Anyway, number 20. Let's take a look at number 20. He runs at you, he kicks, he kicks. He slices. I think that's all he does. He kicks, he slices. Because he's running at you, it's kind of rather easy to the dodge. The only hard one I would say would be the fucking Yasuo ultimate. Rather turn-tailed on me. Anyway, number 20. Gonna be a bit tricky. I think somebody just dropped something outside. Number 14. So she'll throw something at you. And do a retreating double slash.
Yeah, those two aren't too bad. Next one's more annoying, but...
Number 56. So he has the... So he has sideways, he has a jump. Yeah, I did get hit in the middle there. So it's a giant windmill attack that takes up the whole area. I'm not sure if you have enough readable time to reasonably get out of that. Maybe if I wasn't attacking. Up floor. Call it an up floor. Well, that's about it. Number 7.
Alright, now for the special boss.
Again, kind of slow, methodical.
Oh, good for you!
Hi, T.
Bitches love cannons.
Boss feels more flashy than anything else, but can do it back-to-back rather quickly, it seems. Yeah. Yeah, the AP scores are here. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't terrible, I can tell you that. Was it like the lit or civics, whatever the weird one was with the court case or something like that? Is this for college credit? Well, they're AP classes, of course they are, probably. Because otherwise that's just stupid that it's costing you money. Yeah, he basically just does slashes and Okay. Ah, calculus. Base physics. So calculus. Oof. Now Twitch isn't even giving me the fucking timer pop-up. They just keep breaking things. Let's see how the, that attack I need to... Looks like he he gains air. Which isn't too bad if you're... And there it is. Break time. Ugh. Alright, back to it. Lightning wheel, which isn't too bad, even if you're on top of I don't like is the ice jump. There's also no real indication for the air slash other than that it's coming and you should dodge. Alright. Let's delete everything out of Audacity. I ever mentioned how much I hate gauntlets before boss fights. Anyways, number 20, fairly slow, easy to read, with his 2 attacks of kicking and slashing. But the quick turn up into a upwind. Fuck. I ever mentioned how much I hate gauntlets before boss fights. Anyways, number 20, fairly slow, easy to read, with his 2 attacks of kicking and slashing, but they can do a quick turn into an upwind, which can be a bit tricky to dodge, but it's alright. Number 14, still rather slow, but with more moves, mainly throwing things, and the thrown trajectory is consistent, so it's rather easy to dodge, but she does have a double retreat slash, which, since she's retreating, it's not that bad. Number 56, also a slower one. I feel like these fights are better because they're slow, because they more match Lilac's tempo, but he has 2 stabs, which aren't too bad. Same with the jump slam into an up floor, but the windmill it's just such a large area in a small room, and you do get hit by standing on top of him, despite what the little particle effects make it seem like. And then number 7, again, slow, methodical, will do a slash and then probably do something else. If not, well, then he'll do nothing. But it's just really follow up after this initial slash, like maybe another slash, or the lightning wheel, which isn't too bad, even if you're on top of him, since he jumps before bringing out the wheel. The one I don't like is the ice jump attack, since he just kind of throws a rock at your face at Mach fuck. Besides that, you're already dead slash thing, it's just kind of bullshit due to the fact that you can't really position yourself correctly for it. It just hits the screen, so you gotta be dodging when it does. So, but it's not that bad. It's just a gauntlet, and I don't like that part. Brother be yapping. Ugh. Some people. Ever mentioned how much I hate gauntlets before boss fights? Anyways, number 20, fairly slow, easy to read. Anyways, number 20, fairly slow, easy to read, with his 2 attacks of kicking and slashing, but they can do a quick turn. But they can do a quick turn into an upwind, which can be a bit tricky to dodge, but it's alright. Number 14. It's alright. Number 14, still rather slow, but with more moves, mainly throwing things. But with more moves, mainly throwing things, then the thrown trajectory is consistent, so it's rather easy to dodge. But she does have a double retreat slash, which, since she's retreating, it's not that bad. Number 56. Bad. Number 56, also a slower one. I feel like these fights are better because they're slow, because they more match Lilac's tempo, but he has 2 stabs, which aren't too bad. But he has 2 stabs, which aren't too bad. Same with the jump slam into an up floor, but the windmill it's just such a large area in a small room, and you do get hit by standing on top of him, despite what the little particle effects make it seem like. And then number 7, again, slow, methodical, will do a slash and then probably do something else. If not, well, then he'll do nothing. But it's just really follow up after this initial slash, like maybe another slash. If not, well, then he'll do nothing. But it's just really follow up after nothing, but it's just really follow up after this initial slash, like maybe another slash, or the lightning wheel, which isn't too bad, even if you're on top of him, since he jumps before bringing out the wheel. The one I don't like is the ice jump. The one I don't like is the ice jump attack, since he just kind of throws a rock at your face at Mach fuck. Besides that, you're already dead slash, you're already dead at Mach fuck. Besides that, you're already besides that, you're already dead slash thing, it's just kind of bullshit due to the fact that you can't really position yourself correctly for it. It just hits the screen, so you have it just hits the screen, so you gotta be dodging when it does. So, but it's not that bad. It's just a gauntlet, and I don't like that part. File, export audio, no, number 7. That audio in the wrong place. There we go, that's better. Ever mention how much I hate gauntlets before boss fights? Anyways, number 20.
Fairly slow in the range with his 2 attacks of kicking and slashing, but they can do a quick turn into an upwind, which can be a bit tricky to dodge. That's alright. Number 14, still rather slow, but with more moves, mainly throwing things, and the throw trajectory is consistent, so it's rather easy to dodge. But she does have a downable retreat slash, which, since she's retreating, it's not that bad. Number 56, also a slower one. I feel like these fights are better because they're slow, because they more match Lilac's tempo. But he has 2 stabs, which aren't too bad. Same with the jump slam into an up floor, but the windmill, it's just such a large area.
The windmill.
With the pearl auto nail smash it.
Same with the jump slam into an up floor, but the windmill.
It's just such a large area in a small room, and you do get hit by standing on top of him, despite what the little particle effects make it seem like. And then number 7, again, slow, methodical, will do a slash and then probably do something else. If not, well, then he'll do nothing. But it's just really follow up after its initial slash. Like maybe another slash, or the lightning wheel, which isn't too bad, even if you're on top of him, since he jumps before bringing out the wheel. The one I don't like is the ice jump attack, since he just kind of throws a rock at your face at Mach Fuck. Besides that, the
wheel. The one I don't like is the ice jump attack, since he just kind of throws
a rock at your face at Mach Fuck. Besides that, you're already dead slash thing, it's just kind of bullshit due to the fact that you can't really position yourself correctly for it. It just hits the street, so you gotta be dodging when it does. So, but it's not that bad, it's just a gauntlet, I don't like that part.
It just shows. I feel like
this is phase 2, and I could be wrong. I'm wrong.
Wrong is something to which I am.
I think Gilroy has found mutant as well. The blight of the priestess is truly dreadful. I suspect you take over House Willis after King passing Declan.
We need something to surpass even Gilroy. My work is far from done. These puppets will not do. They're far too frail, even for amusement. Number 7, you know what must be done. Bring me another. How many homunculi is that now? No more. It ends here. Well, damn. I think I would turn mutant and succumb to the madness.
Thank you for bringing me to my senses. I was the chief tuner with Declan.
Is truly dreadful. As we take the house windows having Declan. We need to just more weapon. But assuming this is the chief of tutor. Because that's D-Clan over there. He's supposed to do because this number 7, he has the big hat. So to the
Drink of madness. Thank you for bringing me to my senses. I was the chief tuner with Declan. How is Declan connected to Frost? I don't know much of that other man. I do remember Declan was close to Abella. Declan and that man began to meet after he learned of the passing of Lady Abella. Is Declan not dead? I thought I had ended it, but he had become a homunculus himself. A tyrant that brought him into this world only to torture and oppress his own creations. Who will not stand for it? To this day, many of us suffer at his hands. Must deal a decisive blow while he's still weakened. Why create homunculi only to treat them this way? There are those from House Millis who believe that Declan's descent into madness has to do with Abella. Well, I, for one, choose to believe that the man's very soul is rotten to its core. The man that created the homunculi. I must see this matter close with my own 2 hands. Will you help me? I don't want to see any more homunculi being hurt either. We'll do what we have to. And we have a friend. And I forgot to turn off the background music again. Fuck. Number 7. A combat homunculi specially modified by the sorcerer Declan. His body was meticulously picked out from a tribe of warriors hailing from a foreign land and subjected to a series of experiments that imbued it with a formidable strength. His particular appearance and exotic weaponry reflects Declan's eccentric taste. Repulsed by Declan's treatment of the homunculi applied to blind secret.
Oops. Slam. Accidentally cut out part of the audio there. Let's just bring this back over here and stitch that back up.
Blind secret slam.
So Declan was close to Abella, and then after Abella died, Joran comes in and fucks shit up. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway, let's go find him and kick his ass. So Declan was in on it with Abella. But then Abella dies. And so he starts meeting the chief of tuner, which is Jordan, right? I think they're the same person. I forget. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, let's go find Declan. Let's kick his ass since he's a homunculi now. Very, very interesting. That's why I need to write scripts. For the next... I'm going to change the format of this again. I have an idea, but I don't want to redo... I don't want to undo everything I've done for this. So, we'll come back to that. The D-Clan was in on it with Abella. But then Abella dies. And so he starts meeting the chief of tuner, which is Jordan. Cut out a bit of the pauses here. We don't need all of it. Too much of a dramatic pause. And dramatic pause. 6 hours later. Okay, maybe too long of a pause. Let's cut and try again. With Abella. But then Abella dies. And so he starts meeting the chief of tuner, which is Jordan, right? I think they're the same person. I forget. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Are you implying, young man? Oh, young man. No, don't start that. You're gonna get copyright struck. You're right. I say. I forget. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, let's go find Declan. Let's kick his ass since he's a homunculi now. That works. File, export,
Fucking weeb.
The D-Clan was in
on it with Abella. But then Abella dies. And so he starts meeting chief of tuner, which is Jordan, right? I think they're the same person. I forget. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, let's go find Declan. Let's kick his ass since he's a homunculi now.
delicious water.
I just type hairpin. Each time an enemy is defeated, the time until cooldown ability can be activated is reduced by 30%. Okay. Comment forward.
Yeah, I never tested this because it'd be rather annoying to try a test. Is that, I assume, reduced by 30%? The phrasing here makes me wonder. Time until a cooldown ability can be reactivated is by 30%. So if it's 10 seconds, it would go down by 3 into 7. But if it's 1 second, is that 0.3 down into 0.7, or is that supposed to be 3 seconds and you get it? I never tested that because it'd be annoying to test.
A piece of map, I just say. Exported from a foreign land, it is meant to help maintain the styling of the wearer's hair, given by Declan's favorite marionettes.
This man was making sex machines.
Locked door. Declan's records. Number 78. Infusion with Beast from Crimson Forest. Light. Influence increased muscle strength, hair loss, mental confusion. Number 79. Combat organism based on number 7. Increased aggression, partial physical mutation. Number 99. Priestess. Specimen obtained from a Abella. Experiment failed, recycling what is useful. That's not good.
What do you mean recycling what is usable? That in and of itself is concerning.
Oh, speak later. Hello. When you're dead, rest assured, but I will not forget this. How about you? Save number 7. Yeah, fine, thanks. I assume there's something on the left side? Yes. No, you really do. You saved number 7. Never need anything, just ask. You have a cheeseburger? No. Damn it.
I would like burger. No burger for you.
Hello? He wants to be added to the collection. You'll be well cared for, just like us. You do not look that well cared for. Words etched into the cell. The tuner came today, but the girl who's always with Blank wasn't. Told me about Blank's favorite food. The last time, it's cold bread. Always happy when I see Blank. But today, Blank and like a different person. Scared. Hate me now? All right. Concerning. Sounds like rainwater
To me? So the tuner, I'm going to assume the chief tuner. The girl who's always with him wasn't, so I assume a Bella. It's either a Bella, Lilia, or Lilac. I wonder if the wiki has a... I mean, that's just a guide. It's not going to tell me anything about it. Yeah, no, that's just a guide for the general area. And this is just a, yeah, that's just a transcript. I don't think... Yeah, no. Okay. I don't think we have, like, what it's supposed to be, so my brain is just going to melt trying to decipher it. And what it means... this is a long section.
Me? Declan's binds. Her stats primarily defensive super since we born a time in arcane instrument that emanates an eerie magic. Declan's fashion these specialized restraints just test subjects, ensure their cooperation in his experiments. Alrighty then, fuck. Are all his experiments winning? Poison water in another cell. We're gonna do something about this vignette. Dots. You look different from the others, so you are going to be important later. Especially since this room isn't blue. Hey, respite, good.
I think I can...
Why are all his experiments winning? Poison water in another cell. We're gonna do something about this vignette. Dots. You look different from the others, so you are going to be important later. Especially since this room isn't blue. Hey, respite, good. I never imagined the day I would come when we would journey alongside one another. What was Lilac like as a baby? Brimming with curiosity, brave as well. I cannot recall Lilac ever staying away from homunculi. So no different from now. The innocence of youth yet lingers. You, on the other hand, may have made for more pleasant company at one time. An unfounded claim, I am sure. Stranger still, it would seem you share quite a bond of trust with Lady Lilia. Homunculus from the upper stratum associated with House Villainous, and yet you were in the company of Frostatunas. You joined the lower stratum depths, survey team, at your own request. I recall it was a most secretive investigation. I did? That's what happened with Lilia. You never know. He turned himself into a homunculus. He dreaded the prospect of death, in this land plagued by the reign of death. He sought desperately a means to survive. If he was close to Abella, the Frost Priestess, it was almost certainly because she was said to possess eternal life. In this place, I had no idea something like it existed. After the passing of the Lord, he came into conflict with Gilroy and fled here, from where he has continued to operate. The estate is a reflection of his twisted soul. One can only imagine what would happen to this nation were Declan to rule it. Oh, damn.
Though, no, I believe we get that explained later. This is a hard part. This is a hard part, because I can't remember jack or shit, so it's all just cobbled memories here.
Headless golden statue. A chance of obtaining something useful upon defeating enemies. Illustrious and mysterious statue that has the power to bring good fortune to the bearer. The word desire is engraved into it. But with its head missing, it remains unknown just what it's meant to symbolize. Alright, interesting. Oh, cutscene we dropped into. Hi. Number 47. Do you remember me? We have business with the head of the household. You. Are you not the one that trained Declan? You seek Master Declan, you shall need to use the rear entrance to the estate. It is sealed with magic. The key is with someone I'm close to. Number 49. She's imprisoned within the cells. Find her and mention my name. Declan's cruelty knows no bounds. Please, stop it. Be attentive. And that's why that room with the girl in it.
Oh, what are you doing? There we go.
Dots. Number 49. We heard from number 45 about a key. I stole it from Declan. Take it. Grand Sorcerer's Key. A key that unlocks the rear entrance to the Declan's estate, as well as various magic gates. Interesting. As the administrator of Sorcerer's Academy, Declan was considered the land of Hume's foremost practitioner of magic. However, once he dedicated himself to studying Homunculus, his obsessive nature drove him to isolating himself in his home, seldom interacting with the outside world. I was going to give it to 47, but I can't move. Read her for me. We will.
Who will? We couldn't. Unfortunate.
Alright. Poor thing. I'm sorry. Door opened from inside. Declan used me. The very end. Put an end in, please. The call was set to go in upon mutation. How cruel. That's just like him. He's probably watching us from within the estate. Special alloy amplifier. The device built into the armament of Homunculi. This robust amplifier is able to withstand heavy loads of magic. Unlock enhanced abilities.
Yep, those are just suicide collars, probably.
Bloodstained diary. Another one of us sent to the cells. How many does this make now? Declan enjoy tormenting my life. See how they react. Number 7 was strong, so he got sent to the arena tower for trying to defy Declan, but most gets sent to the cells. And we'll never see him again. Interesting. Now what we get? Declan's ring. Recovers 1 HP when attacking, so I assume slashing. A ring Declan wore to protect himself. Originally an artifact that belonged to the ancients. It was given to him by House Frost. For Declan, who feared death above all else, was prized treasure when he was still human. Another best fight from a foul place. Interesting. Still, a most unique demeanor, the weapons and equipment alone. The abilities I wield along with every one of my belongings appear to be from some far-off land, all part of Declan's proclivities. In truth, these stylings are rather common within Declan's residence. It wasn't until I ventured outside that I realized how uncommon they are. A foreign nation. I wonder how many are out there. I believe one of them is known as Land's End. I'd like to see it someday. Interesting. Lore.
Lore. What's the opposite of foreshadowing? My keyboard die? Hello? The fuck? Huh? No. I don't think a flashback is the opposite of foreshadowing. Things are broken. I don't think there's a word for what I'm thinking of. There probably is. Probably is, or I'm just mistaken one way or the other.
It's so dark, and we're underwater. Interesting. A tuna rat. It is most regrettable that you have been allowed to reach all the way here. I have to look at each vessel of a priestess. Rejoice, for I, Declan, thus declare you a subject worthy of study. Give yourself unto me.
There. And now this is fight territory. Yeah, so. Did he say vessel of a priestess, not vessel of the? Anyways, and then I will need to do that, which is, anyway, let's figure out the fucking fight sequence here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Just 8? Oh. Yeah, 8. Okay. Damn it.
Yeah. Base 3. Fuck. Really? Ah, I do purples. Fuck. Ah, damn, I'm in the middle of the jab.
It's either this one.
Fuck. Really?
I think I want to go with the really. Like, really? That's how I die? That's stupid. That's stupid. Alright, now the problem is I have 8 here. 8 does not go that well. What I could do is 3, 3, 2. I could do 3, 3, 2. So 19, 20. That's half of 1920. I know it's like 9. It's 960, isn't it? Yeah, it's 960. Then 540. So negative 960, and that one can just stay because it's in the middle. Negative 540, yeah. So 960. All these. 960. Oh, the audio's Oh, not that one. Must be, yep, it's the top one. And this goes 540. Zoom in. Really? Compound clip, decline. Wrong folder, please put it in there. Really? And then we have the fight itself. So I believe there are 3 phases. Phase 1. His dashing isn't too bad. The fucking explosives he uses is annoying. There might be 4 phases based on that health pool. Watch through this first. Because he'll go through a metamorphosis again.
Of course. I think upgrading our abilities was the best call here.
Okay,
Can
now.
the X go away when you change forms, please?
And then this is phase 3. There. So phase 1, it isn't too bad. His dashing is fairly readable. And the AoE explosion is just minorly annoying. Because water physics is weird. Water physics feels even slower than the regular physics in this game. All it is easy dashes. I can just... the physics slow down even more. Fingers can actually spell physics. And then phase 2, which is where it's really annoying. So does the dashes, but then he does the X attack, which... just because of how persistent it is, and...
Of course.
that... He's still... So, into phase 2. So the dashes. Try faster, but not too terrible. Really corner you, and then there's like the ice attack. Yeah, the ice attack is slow enough to just feel inconsequential to me.
Of course. I think upgrading our abilities was the best call here.
Phase 3 grinds my gears a bit. The X go
The way when you change forms, please. Why do you need so many fucking bubbles?
And he does have a fucking parry.
So I was able to parry the bubble.
Sorry, it's an underwater level. Send it to the gulag. I don't think you can say that. Alright. Let's see here. Vessel of a Priestess. Remember that. Anyways, phase 1 isn't that bad since it's just really easy to dodge slow dashes and an AoE explosion that is just more annoying than anything since we're underwater and it seems to make the physics slow down even more. which makes sense, but it's still annoying. On to phase 2. Yeah, he still has dashes, which are a bit faster, but not too terrible. The real terrible part is the damned X attack, because it just sticks around for so fucking long, and depending on his positioning, and if he has more than one out, it can really just kind of lock you into an area. Ugh. And then there's the ice attack, which is rather inconsequential due to the fact of how slow it is. On to phase 3, which grinds my gears a bit. The bubbles follow you a fair amount and really limit your dodging, since the triple purple shots he shoots out when he dashes, running away from you like a bitch, also home in on you, so it can just lead to situations where you're just kinda screwed. He also has a parry, which loops back to my complaints about shields and how slow I feel like this game is and how I play it, but yeah, it's an underwater level, so send it to the gulag. Vessel of a Priestess. Remember that. Anyways, phase 1 isn't that bad since it's just really easy to dodge slow dashes and an AoE explosion that is just more annoying than explosion that is just more annoying than anything, since we're underwater and it seems to make the physics slow down even more, which makes sense, but it's still annoying. On to phase 2. Yeah, he still has Whoa. Hey man, grab the thing. There we go. Phase 2. Yeah, he still has dashes, which are a bit faster, but not too terrible. The real terrible part is the damned X attack, because it just sticks around. Fucking brain shut off right at that moment. Like a fan losing power. Because it just sticks around for so fucking long, and depending on his positioning, and if he has more than one out, it can really just kind of lock you into an area. More than one out, it can really just kind of lock you into an area. Ugh. And then there's the ice attack, which is rather inconsequential due to the fact of how slow it is. On to phase 3, which grinds on to phase 3, which grinds my gears a bit. The bubbles follow you a fair a bit. The bubbles follow you a fair amount and really limit your dodging, since the triple purple shots he shoots out when he dashes, running since the triple purple shots he shoots out when he dashes, running away from you like a bitch, also home in on you. So also home in on you, so it can just lead to situations where you're just kind of screwed. He also has a parry, which he also has a parry. He also has a parry, which loops back to my complaints about shields and how slow I feel like this game is and how I play it, but yeah, it's an underwater level, so send it to the gulag. Export audio, D plans gulag. Oh, don't highlight everything. That'd be stupid. Part of me feels like I need to remake these because the previews don't work. Vessel of a...
Yeah, big priestess. Remember that. Anyways, phase 1 isn't that bad since it's just really easy to dodge slow dashes and an AoE explosion that is just more annoying than anything since we're underwater, and it seems to make the physics...
Since we're underwater,
and it seems to make the physics slow down even more, which makes sense, but still annoying. On to phase 2. Yeah,
which makes sense, but it's still annoying. On to
dashes, phase 2. Yeah, he still has dashes, which are a bit faster, but not too terrible. The real terrible part is the damn X attack, because it just sticks around for so fucking long, and
it just sticks around for... This one's getting tilted to like fucking... I tilted it the wrong way. This one's getting tilted and just moved a bit. The real terrible part is the damned X attack, because it just sticks around for so fucking
position long, and depending on his positioning, and if he has more than one out, it can really just kind of lock it.
There's no and to lock you into an area? Ugh. And then there's
an area ice attack, which is rather inconsequential due to the fact of how slow it is. On phase 3, which grinds my gears a bit. The levels follow you a fair amount and really limit your dodging, since the triple purple shots he shoots out when he dashes, running away from you like a bitch. Also homing.
Dashes, running away from you, winging our... is running away from you like a bitch. Also home
searching on you, so it can just lead to situations where you're just kind of screwed. He also has a parry, which loops back to my complaints about shields and...
shields and...
how slow I feel like this game is and how I play it, but yeah, it's an underwater level, so send it to the log.
This over here so I can see the timer.
That really helped. So I was able to parry the bubble. There we go. Yeah, that really helps. Where the fuck did he go? He's gone. Quick, down the trash chute. That's... Ooh, something over there. Quickly, the restoration device. Let's heal this body. Healing strengthen. Damn you, stop. Stay away. It's pointless to struggle. Your existence ends here, Declan. You know who I am? I declare nihilist. Prayer homunculus, herald of prosperity to this nation. Why are you so cruel to your own creations? All the torture, all the pain, they aren't your playthings. They're people too. People, homunculi, it's all the same to me. We're stepping stones in the name of science. I've witnessed with my own eyes what comes of homunculi that break free of bondage, pain, suffering, rage. Do not mistake the homunculi for humans. No, they far surpass any human. And you would make a fine homunculus yourself, able to live on as long as the magic flows. A new species. Declan, you weren't this way before. Why did you turn me into a homunculus? Hold your tongue, worm of the lower sectum. You stand in the presence of my intellect. That's enough out of you. You didn't even remember me. I doubt he remembered me either. All he ever cared for was himself. This restoration device looks like an enhancement module for aquatic homunculi. Molly, if there's any chance you can be human again, if this body can continue to be of use to all of you, it's worth being in. I want to continue to fight by your side, to be stronger than I am now. Or Motley. Please, Lilac. Okay.
I love how they just warp him over there, even though they could have totally just had him crawl.
Motley's turret. Pierce through water with enhanced Motley. You pass me over the same through breaking walls, striking knives, will cause damage to strike parts. Water, water dash. So, like the wolf, but water. So, fish.
Fish.
That was always a good swimmer. Alright. Levers up, there's a...
We got about 5 minutes left. Not on the stream, on the, But this goes into the Frost domain, which has a bunch of different lore.
You stand in the presence of my intellect.
Well, the perv known as D-Clan officially lost his damned mind. I gotta drink water. Lost damn mind, we got an upgrade from Only, so I think this all worked out. Well, that's gonna be the end of episode 3. I'll see you in episode 4, because there's still a good amount left to fucking edit here. I still have 10 hours of footage. Ah. Okay. Until next time. Alright. Well, the perv known as D-Clan is officially dead, after he had lost his mind there. Science does that to people. Anyways, at least we got an upgrade for Motley, right? Anyways, that's it for episode 3 here. I'll see you in episode 4. Hopefully you've enjoyed. And until next time. Bye-bye. Part of me wants to do the fucking call, but nobody's going to make it to the end of this shit. That's why people put it in like the first 10 minutes of their hour-long video and then never again. Or like not until 30 minutes in. At least what I've noticed on like what is the fucker's name? Wallagag? I think it's Wallagag. Man's been in my YouTube recommended from here now because I watched the hour-long videos of him just doing stuff in the background. Well, the perv known as D-Clan is officially dead, after he had lost his mind there. Science does that to people. Anyways, at least we got an upgrade for Motley, right? Anyways, that's it for episode 3 here. I'll see you in episode 4. Hopefully you've enjoyed. And until next time. Bye-bye. File, export. Break time. Oh, right. F3 and export. My ear itches. Audio. Shove that over there for now.
Perv known as D-Clan is officially dead after he had lost his mind there. Yeah.
I'm gonna lower the volume on that just a tad.
The perv known as D-Clan is officially dead after he had lost his mind there. Yeah, science does that to people. Anyways, at least we got an update for Molly, right? Anyway, that's it for episode 3. We'll see you in episode 4. Hopefully you've enjoyed. And until next time, bye-bye.
And then just slap on the outro, which actually is in here. And there we go. We'll go back and do the text, and then I also have all the funny moments I need to go through as well. Episode 4 time. Let's align this to 7 minutes. I do need to do something else first, though. Frost. We're in the Frost, so... Hello, welcome to my time with... Hello, welcome to episode 4, my time with Ender Magnolia. And now, welcome to the Frost area. Welcome to the House of Frost area. The House of the Frost area. The House of Frost? Frost of House. Frosty mayonnaise. What? Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of my time with Ender Magnolia. And now to enter the House of Frost section of the game. That works, I guess. Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of my time with Ender Magnolia. And now to enter the House of Frost section of the game. There we go. Split clip, backspace, file, export audio, F4, start. Take the audio, grab it, put it in the box. And grab the new audio, take it, place it there, extend that out, take this, move this down over to here. Align to the left. Grab the face. Plonk it down. Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of my time with Ender Magnolia. And now to enter the House of Frost section of the game. Hello, I'm Van, an associate of Levy. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Surely, does have a new partner. Easy, Olden, easy. Levy requested, give to Lilac an old record. Mus Resident Records. Partial record of the
Bitches love cannons.
Alright, add that to the counter. Fuck. You got me. Day that thing hits triple digits, it'll be too soon.
Smellless contains a record of Arcane Smith and Chris, amateur by Levy's own after inside author. It's like a record of members of House Millis. Where exactly did you get this? Unable to recall, only to be returned to owner. Something's wrong. If I like this, she wrote to brag about it herself. I'll try to find the owner anyway, although not sure how useful it will be, given the way things are now.
Sure how
Useful it will be, given the way things are now. Just being shot and reading, it's fine. Frost Confidential Records 1, from Purifier to Tuner. A purifier is a device that can be built by implanting an artificially made priestess into a culture tube. A tuner is a device meant to absorb the blight generated during the purification process, thereby relieving Frost sorcerers of the burden. Today, purifiers are used as tuners and are invaluable to controlling the soul present in human blight cores, as the process is always accompanied by the threat of blight, okay?
So a purifier is a device that would be built by implanting an artificial priestess into a culture tube. A tuner device meant to absorb the blight during the purification process, thereby relieving the sorcerers of the burden. Purifiers are used as tuners. Controlling the soul present in homunculi core. This process always accompanied by the threat of the blight. So, priestesses clear blight. That's something we know. Controlling the... I think I'll move on to the next one. My brain's flatlining. Although I think this is the... Yes. Let's Control Z that twice. So as Frost, we're using... What's the word? Culture... Test tube babies. So the Frost were using test tube babies to absorb the blight while trying to control the souls of homunculi, which, if I remember right, were under the control of House Millis. This whole game is unethical. Does no one in this game have ethics? So the Frost were using test tube babies to cure the blight while they were controlling the souls of homunculi. Probably Millis homunculi. Does no one in this game have any code of ethics? So the Frost were using test tube babies to cure the blight while they were controlling the souls of homunculi. Probably Millis homunculi. Probably Millis homunculi. Homunculi. Does no one in this game have any code of ethics? File, export audio. Just call it ethics. Essex? No, ethics. You need to work on your pronunciation. I am going to take my hands, and they will do something. I don't know what yet, but they'll do something. Something involving a fish. That's concerning. Fish. So the Frost were using test tube babies to cure the blight while they were controlling the souls of homunculi. Probably Millis homunculi. Does no one in this game have any code of ethics? Hello? The Frost homunculus? Or it looks like it's it hasn't turned mutant either, which means... Idea Bella. Does it have to be Lilia who chose to bring Reaper Millis? We must do what is necessary, Doran. Go now. Make the preparations. Idea Bella. Or not. You'll protect me if necessary, yes. Of course. You may rely on me. Soul transfer ritual and active tuning must be performed at the same time. I shall be counting on you, my dearest Laura. Lady Bella. Lady Bella. Someone. Lady Bella, she's... It's my fault. I was supposed to keep her safe. Nobody blames you. It was an honest mistake. That's all. Joran? Bella will return to us. Until she does, guard this place with your life. I'm counting on you. Those memories. Bella, the head of the Frost, Nova, you. So that is indeed what transpired. What happened? Was Lilia not able to tune Nova? Lilia? No. Frost's tuner. I was raised by Lilia, but not here. It's good to meet you. Grim Reaper and Millis, have you come to finish what you started?
But I know ill will. As a matter of fact, I have no memories to speak of. No me, the resentment I feel is towards myself. I failed Lady Abella, and I couldn't keep my promise to protect this place either. And Lilia, driven out for no fault of her own. There's nothing left for me in this world. I wish I could cease to exist, but why cannot harm themselves? We still need you, us and the others surviving Vtubers. Survivors? House Frost still lives. They're alive, but they're still in danger. It's Gilroy in the upper stratum. We're trying to stop them.
Bitches love cannons.
That one really got me. God damn it. Quit laughing and put the command in chat. Thank you. For Lily.
Take this. Frost Lord's Mark, a piece of the key that grants entry to the upper sanctum. The key that was made prior to the rivalry between Willis and Frost. It allows the bearer's passage to the upper sanctum in secrecy. What is it?
To you.
It is a means to enter the upper sanctum. Lady Abella will use it often. Lady Abella. Autonomous. House Frost, longest serving homunculus, designed to resemble a doll-like figure. She served Abella, Lord of the House Frost, herself, both as a personal guard as well as in matters pertaining to her private and public affairs. Ever since she.
Hi there, Miles. How's it going?
She continued to protect the Frost estate along her grief.
Okay, so let's go back over the lore here. So, they have to be Lilia, yes, because Lilia is the is a priestess. Do what's necessary.
Do what's necessary, sure. Go now. Make first.
And Lorna was supposed to protect her for a soul transfer ritual in the act of tuning. Well, you know, trying to edit this video and make sense of the lore that's going on. Ugh. Who is this up front? I think that's Lilia. Because Lorna has the stuff in her hair. She has the hat. I'm pretty sure that this is meant to be Lilia, and then Nola. Okay, so there was a soul transfer ritual. It went wrong due to the fact that Nola. Nola attacked. It's probably the name, the Grim Reaper of House Millis. Well then, Joran is no longer wearing his eye patch. For some reason. I'm going to probably just drop the foreshadowing and say Abella's inside of it. Phrasing? Phrasing. A bit. I just edit my own videos. I just do my own stuff because it's a lot easier that way. And then a bunch of yapping. So yeah. So there was a soul transfer ritual that went wrong because Nola attacked Abella before the soul transference could actually go through. Why does it need to be happening at the same time? It's probably some type of lowering your guard type deal. Yes, I also made the model myself too. So we have the soul transfer ritual. Goes wrong because Nola attacks Abella. Well, thank you. Just a few, I don't know how many hours it actually took, but a while in Blender later, and it works. There's tons of lore related to it, but I need to write it all down and get it all organized and all that shit, but... Ugh. I'm just distracted and yeah. So much to do, so little time. Yeah. So there was supposed to be a soul transfer ritual And it went wrong due to the fact that Nola attacked Abella before it could be actually completed. Or so we think. Because then Jordan comes back, and he's not wearing his eye patch anymore, and he has a weird red glowing eye. That cannot be good. Alright, I think that's the gist of this scene here. I just have to remember that into this voice recording for the voiceover. So there was meant to be a soul transference here, and for some reason an attuning of Nola, I assume simply to lower Lilia's guard. But Nola attacks Abella before the soul transference can go through, and it has ruined everything. Or so it kind of seems, because in the first part of the scene, Joran is wearing an eye patch, but now he's not, and his eye is glowing red. I feel like this has some sort of significance. Can you guess what happened? That should work. That should just go over the audio. Oh. So there was meant to be a soul transference here, and for some reason an attuning... Cut out that pause. Here, and for some reason an attuning of Nola, I assume simply to lower Lilia's guard. But Nola... Take out some of the pauses here. Nola, I assume simply to lower Lilia's guard. But Nola attacks Abella before the soul transference can go through, and it has ruined everything. Or so it kind of... everything. Or so it kind of seems, because in the first part of the scene, Joran is wearing an eye patch, but now he's not, and his eye is glowing red. I feel like this has some sort of significance. Can you guess what happened? I'm gonna cut out the weird little clicks I just heard in that. Can you guess what happened? Alright, file, export audio, soul transfer. Spelled transfer wrong, oh well. Move this over there. Put this to the left, put this here. Slice, dice, get some faces going. So there was meant to be a soul transference here, and for some reason an attuning of Nola, I assume simply to lower, and for some reason an attuning of Nola ruined everything. It's kind of seen, because in the first part of the scene, it's ruined everything. So Joran kind of seems, because in the first part of the scene, Joran is wearing an eye patch, but now he's not, and his eye is glowing red. I feel like this has some sort of significance. Can you guess what happened? And just extend the question mark out, and then move on to the next bit of lore. Bella's bracelet. Improves stats, primarily defense, bracelet, blah blah blah. I don't know why I kept reading that, even though it's the same every single time for every bracelet. An arcane instrument that belonged to the Lord of House Ross, a gift from House Millis as a token of friendship. Well, that fucking fell apart faster than, I don't know, Jenga Tower. Terrible joke. Why do I do comedy shows? Very funny how I call my streams comedy shows. What do we got here? Lady Bella's trying to revive the ancients. She used to be a kind, gentle soul. But then the reign of death came, and she began to act strangely. She would say she could feel the sorrow of the priestesses. I alone stood by her through it all. Lorna. Above all, Lady Bella sought to protect the future of House Frost, the children of the Vtubers. On behalf of Lady Bella, I will protect you. What do we have here? Moskov, confidential records too. Introducing of the silencing light, an arcane instrument by House Millis, has led to a sharp decline in the blighted numbers. His sorcerers, whose trade was to purify blighted to become Vtubers instead. Lady Bella was sure to be resentful about this turn of events, considering the silencing light was created by the purpose of the very research Frost painstakingly conducted its homunculus. Oh, that's great. Great. Copyright infringement or something. One wonders why Lilac was in the land of origin. And there is a matter of the contraption Lilac was connected to as well. Was it a Millis or Frost make?
This is no place to birth a child. I presume Lilac was brought here from elsewhere. There have been 3 expeditions in the Land of Origin so far. 2 were led by the chief tutor Joran, and Lilia and Nola led another. There has to be some reason I was in the Land of Origin. My body appears to be resistant to blight too. You know, I'm glad you saved me, but sometimes I can't help but wonder, should you just have Lilac? There's no reason you should not have been saved. You're a mere infant. Whatever has happened, the blame is not yours to bear. Lilia and you and Nola, I'm grateful for all 3 of you. Wholesome.
Very wholesome. Lilac, a baby found in the middle of a weird forest.
That's weird. Origin gem door. Oh, that use your rock really illuminates and pearl extracted from primordial organism inhabiting the Land of Origin. Similar to an egg, it holds the essence of life. It is bound to the magic that emanates from the Land of Origin. The discovery of Origin gems paved the way too. For cores and the creation of Monkey. And that's what's in here, okay? Hello? Chief of Tuna is Homunculus. Entry prohibited. No, he's turned mutant. Is the Chief of Tuna? Eliminate intruders. There's no other way.
And then this is a boss fight where I get my ass kicked in a little bit. I think it's just twice. Yeah, it's just twice. Did I just say this is the only bad run back I think there is in this game? Cut that. So we just have 2 deaths. Yep. That there. Let's see.
Yep. I do like this path.
Alright, we're gonna go with the one on the left. Top one's just a wee bit longer. I think I'll do horizontal, so the Y should be 0.5. Uh, 540. Oh, wait, that's why that. And simple fix for this one is just to put negative sign. There it is.
Yep.
And that's our deaths for that boss fight, and then alright, notepad, where is it? Here it is. So I forget if you have phases. So it's like two main attacks. Because it looks mainly to just be a jump with a... Wait, there's 2 variations on the jump, but it's mainly just a jump with a 3 shot, which... Friend attacks can always be kind of difficult to dodge depending on how they're used. And then it seems like his other main attack is to just shoot the ground in front of him. At least into phase 1. Yeah, so phase 1 is simple enough. Phase 1 is simple. All spread attacks. If he comes up on you. Phase 2 is him firing his laser. Firing his laser, the multi-shot gets up to 5, which obviously makes it more difficult to dodge. Yeah, I think that's it. Other than that, it is just the same tempo fight. The fight has the same tempo, it's just, the dodging is tighter and you have to duck.
To be honest, I thought that already procced.
Alright, so yeah, that's the fight. You must crouch under if you... And then, yeah, other... shots. And still fair fight in total. You know, if I recall correctly, this is the only boss fight that has a rather annoying run back. Or at least, no. I think there's 2 boss fights, because one of them's in the upper sanctum. With the fucking homunculi machines. This is the first boss fight I think we've encountered that has like an annoying run back to it. The first boss fight. This one just sticks out. You know, I think this is the first boss fight that just has a bad run back to it, but that's besides the point. Phase 1 is simple enough with the fact that it's just him jumping and then firing a 3-shot at you. Which, depending on angle and the spread, can be a bit difficult to dodge, and you can dodge into the attack if you do it wrong, but that's not too hard. The only other thing he does is shoot the ground if you're too close to him, or if he comes up onto you, but it's not that bad. Phase 2 just adds him firing his laser, and you must crouch under it if you're too far away to dodge behind him for it. And then the only other difference is that the 3-shot turns into a 5 spread, and it's not that much different, honestly. It's a fair fight in total. You know, I think this is the first boss fight that just has a bad run back to it, but that's besides the point. Phase 1 is simple enough. That's the point. Phase 1 is simple enough with the fact that it's just him jumping and then firing a 3-shot at you, which, depending on angle, shot at you, which, depending on angle and the spread, can be a bit difficult to dodge, and you can dodge into the attack if you do it wrong, but that's not too hard. The only other thing he does is shoot. But it's not too hard. The only other thing he does is shoot the ground if you're too close to him, or if he comes up onto you, but it's not that bad. Phase 2 just add bad. Phase 2 just adds him firing his laser, and you must crouch under it if you're too far away to dodge behind him for it. And then the only for it. And then the only other difference is that the 3-shot turns into a 5 spread, and it's not that much different, honestly. It's a fair fight in total. While listening to this back, I remembered I bought some stuff on discount the other day. It was these weird egg bite things. And, like, they're usually $8 for a pack of 4. Like, really? $8 for this? And it was like $2.80, marked down to $2.80. So I bought it. I ate them. That shit ain't worth $2.50, let alone $8 fucking dollars. Rablog. Liblog. Rablog. Rablog. I'm Rablog. Welcome to my Rablog. What? Fish. What do you mean fish? That's not a response. Fish. You like fish sticks? Don't start it. South Park already did it. South Park didn't do it. The Simpsons did it. If the Simpsons didn't do it, I'm sure somebody's done it. It's comedy. It goes around like fish. What do you mean goes around like fish? What does that even mean? You ever see fish that swim in a circle? What? You know, I think this is
The first boss fight that just has a fad run back to it, but that's besides the point. Phase 1 is...
I'm gonna get disappointed there. You know,
I think this is the first boss fight that just has a fad run back to it, but that's besides the point. Phase 1...
listen, no. One is
simple enough with the fact that it's just him jumping and then firing a 3-shot at you, which, depending on angle and the spread, can be a bit difficult to dodge and can dodge into the attack if you go wrong, but yeah, it's not too hard. The only other thing he does is shoot the ground.
Bitches love cannons.
You didn't get me with that one. Not that time.
Comes himself onto you, but it's not that bad. Phase 2 just adds him firing his laser, and you must crouch under it if you're too far away to dodge behind him for it. And then the only other difference is that the 3-shot turns into a 5 spread, and it's not that much different. Honestly, it's a fair fight in total.
I feel like getting the laser meme. There's just somebody's SoundCloud profile. Like that. Hold on, let me try to... Let me spell laser right. Nope. Shoop de whoop transparent. That's not transparent. I feel like this is fake transparency. Yeah, that's a JPEG. JPEGs can't have transparency. Here we go. I'm just gonna throw it in this folder. It can go up here. I just have to find it. No, stop. There we go. And that didn't have transparency either. It was a PNG that I don't think people know what transparency is. And I closed the web page. There we go. on angle and the spread.
And it can be a bit difficult to dodge. You can dodge into the attack if you do it wrong, but it's not too hard. The only other thing he does is shoot the ground if you're too close to him, or if he comes up onto you, but it's not
that bad. Phase 2 just adds him firing his laser and too close to him, or if he comes up onto you, but it's not that bad. Phase 2 just adds him firing his laser, and you must crouch. Sorry, that's a very old meme, but does it check out? That's not the point. I don't care. My caring is insufficient for your bullshit. Please try again later. Sir. Fuck off. Anyways, soup.
Oh, bad. Forgive me, Abella. Manipulated. No more. That's not in my word.
You've awoken something deep inside me.
Your Honor, it was a mistake. My client did a little oopsie poopsie. A little fucky wucky ooh woo, if you will.
Your Honor, please forgive him. He's just an idiot.
To Joran. Run away. Is the treatment tuner up ahead? Let's find out. Back in the land of origin. Different room. Gosh, this is going to be a big place, so we can probably get to all of it. What do we got here? Joran's notes. 1. The Pillars of Purification has been installed. It is said that Lady Abella and D-Clan collaborated on the device together, although I'm not certain on the specifics. Curiosity got the better of me, and I couldn't help but look inside. And now I wish I hadn't. Why would Lady Abella do this? Is this how far we're willing to go to purify the blight? I don't know what to believe anymore. Somebody's in that thing, aren't they?
Yes, probably a bunch of babies. Oh, don't do that.
Aspero's goal was to reach the sacred land of origin, and the place that Lady Abella longed to return to. I once read it was a pure land of white and blue. Now there's the blight. Even a homunculus can hope to withstand it for long. I assume the reason we haven't yet succumbed has to do with being tuned by Lilac. Yeah, see, even among those with the blood of the priestess, Lilac appears particularly resistant to the blight. So is Lilia. Lilia. It said that the ancients were born, they were cherished in the christened in the magic of this land.
Christened.
And after they died, put to rest in it. Perhaps that's where the blight is, the will, the wishes of the ancients.
I think it literally is. It says that later. Behold, later.
Interesting up here, Jones notes too, yep. None.
I love how I predicted that.
This was supposed to happen. The Grim Reaper of Millis went berserk while Lilia was in the process of tuning it. That's my fault. I caused that. Lady Abella took me in when I was just an orphan, and yet I couldn't help it. I made the only choice I could. To save Lilia. It doesn't matter what happens to me anymore. My sins are past forgiveness. Alright. Alright. Interesting. Very interesting. Thing. Primordial Heirloom. For stats, does not grant any additional actions. An amulet that is similar in its purpose to arcane instruments created by the ancients, utilizing primordial creatures and living vessels of magic. Interesting. What does that? I'm curious on how much that gives. Where is it? Oh, it's a carapace. About Abella's ring. Offers a low chance of instantly eliminating enemies you attack. More formidable enemies are immune to its effects. Bosses. A gleaming black ring worn by the priestess of the ancients. Tomes dating back centuries mention a priestess named Abella, who was said to be able to command the souls of the dead. Chief of Tuner! It's okay. The soul of Abella, Lord House of Frost, she's inside me. Survivors of the ancient people survived by binding their souls to those of others. Lilia was meant to be her next vessel. The only thing I could do was to push that solution. I couldn't save Lilia. I'm sorry. Radlog, my role in this. Couldn't even say thank you. What can I do? The tuners help you look alive, yes? Find Radlog. Save him. For me. Joran. I assume he's just napping. Joran, you're dead or napping. If he was dead, I think he'd be slumped over. Other side of this room. I assume this is the boss fight. Hi, buddy. What's up? Yeah. Joran, why? By my own hand, Joran entrusted this to me. Save you. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is supposed to be a stat fight. But if we like in phase 2.
Man, this feels like they only did the big monstrous Phase 2 once in each game, and it makes no sense to me why they didn't do it with other bosses.
Saved once more. Jordan was being controlled by Bella. We knew. There's no other way. It was my vow to him. I knew what was to come. Jordan said to tell you. I can't. Jordan Bella was a foster mother. He must have suffered the most. Now, it is I who remains. So, Master Jordan, if you would allow me to repay our debt, I shall lend you my strength. Thank you. Take this as well. Jordan kept it on himself. He must have prepared it for Lilia. Lighted pupil. What appears to be an arcane instrument, it was in the possession of the chief of tuner and emits a light that keeps the blight on the land of origin at bay. A crack has formed on the surface, and blight has begun to corrode it. Curious item. Someone else may have further insight to offer. Lilia was hidden within this place, so that Abella could not reach her, in a room that is sealed from the inside after one enters. However, there must exist another path. After all, the ancients lived here once. He remained a reckless man to the end. Herbal primarily ability. Homunculus in the service of Chief of Tuner Jorn. Dubbed the Lucent Knight due to his appearance, he led the Homunculi of House Frost. On a war broke out between Millis and Frost, he barricaded himself in a tethered steeple to defend their territory.
Alright, so let's go back over all that. So, no, it's not. So, the head. So, yeah, Jordan finds out they're putting babies in the purification bullshit. Foreshadowing for lore later. And Jordan purposefully fucks up the process in order to save Lilia. Because I think they're all clones of Lilia, Lilac, and a bunch of the other ones. Because they're culture babies. So they're just grown in a vat. Well, the unfortunate part is this is rather short. I need to yap a bit, but we'll see how everything pans out here. Just like, so what's the triggering instance to have fucking reblock kill him? Alright, so Jordan finds out test tube babies are in the purification devices. And I believe he somehow finds out that they're all just clones of Lilia. And so when it comes for Abella to transfer her soul into Lilia, he fucks with it. And then her soul and then Abella gets transferred to Joran, and they all knew, and him and Reblug knew. So with the last of his strength before turning full mutant, so after we defeat him, so he's guarding the land of origin so Jordan can save Lilia by putting her in the room. Then after we defeat him, he uses the last of his strength to kill Jordan, more or less, before he gets mutated. So now Abella's dead as well. So to kind of sum everything up there, Jordan finds out that there's a bunch of test tube babies in the purification devices being used by House Frost and Millis. He doesn't like that very much. I assume he somehow finds out that they're all clones of Lilia. I'm pretty sure that's fact. I forget if it's actually confirmed or not. But he figures that out, and then during the soul transference, he fucks it up on purpose because he doesn't like what's going on. But Abella's soul gets put into him. Ryblog knows about it. So as Abella is taking Lilia to the land of origin in Joran's body, I believe Joran does have a bit of control, makes it so Lilia goes in the room and everything, she's locked away, and then because Ryblog's guarding, once we defeat him, he takes the last of his strength to kill Joran, which then kills Abella. So Abella's dead, Lilia's trapped in a room, and we gotta find an entrance to it. I believe that is the summary. So to kind of sum everything up there, Jordan finds out that there's a bunch of test tube babies in the purification devices being used by House Frost and Millis. He doesn't like that very much. I assume he somehow finds out that they're all clones of Lilia. I'm pretty sure that's fact. I forget if it's actually confirmed or not. But he figures that out, and then during the soul transference, he fucks it up on purpose because he doesn't like what's going on. But Abella's soul gets put into him. Ryblog knows about it. So as Abella is taking Lilia to the land of origin in Joran's body, I believe Joran does have a bit of control, makes it so Lilia goes in the room and everything, she's locked away, and then because Ryblog's guarding, once we defeat him, he takes the last of his strength to kill Joran, which then kills Abella. So Abella's dead, Lilia's trapped in a room, and we gotta find an entrance to it. Call it a misspelled in summary. Oh, I'm already in the folder. Audio. Put that there. Now, I don't know how much. Yeah, that's not good.
Bitches love cannons.
Yeah, that one didn't work either. Here's what we're gonna do because, nice. It's 69% slower. Great. No, it's 69% of the original speed. So to it'll probably be obvious in the footage, but I don't care. So to kind of sum everything up there, Jordan finds out that there's a bunch of test tube babies in the purification devices being used by House Frost and Millis. He doesn't like that very much. I assume he somehow finds out that they're all clones of Lilia. I'm pretty sure that's fact. I forget if it's actually confirmed or not. But he figures that out, and then during the soul transference, he fucks it up on purpose because he doesn't like what's going on. But Abella's soul gets put into him. Ryblog knows about it. So as Abella is taking Lilia, I have an idea of what I want to do here, but and of origin in Joran's body. I believe Joran does have a bit of control, makes it so Lilia goes in the room and everything, she's locked away, and then because Ryblog's guarding, once we defeat him, he takes the last of his strength to kill Joran, which then kills Abella. So Abella's dead, Lilia's trapped in a room, and we gotta find an entrance to it. So, there is now a bit,
You've awoken something deep inside me.
Congrats, you've hit Pepsi Man.
You've awoken something deep inside me.
Pew. You shot Pepsi Man. Good job. Oh, that's not Parks and Rec. That's fucking Sunny in Philadelphia. I haven't seen either of the shows, so I forgot which this fucking meme came from. Do we have like a properly cropped version? Jeez. I'm gonna go with this one. Save image as. Here's Da Vinci. Oh, that shouldn't go there. That should go up here. I was mainly looking for this meme. Step 1, lower the maximum opacity. There we go. Step 2, have a fade in. So to kind of sum everything up there, Jordan finds out that there's a bunch of test tube babies in the purification devices being used by House Frost and Millis. He doesn't like that very much. I assume he somehow finds out that they're all clones of Lilia. I'm pretty sure that's fact. I forget if it's actually confirmed or not. But he figures that out, and then during the soul transference, he fucks it up on purpose because he doesn't like what's going on. But Abella's soul gets put into him. Ryblog knows about it. So as Abella is taking... I think that could be a bit more... There we go. To the land of origin in Jordan's body. I believe Jordan does have a bit of control. Makes it so Lilia goes in the room and everything she's locked away. And then, because Ryblog's guarding, once we defeat him, he takes the last strength to kill Jordan, which then kills Abella. So Abella's dead. Lilia's stripped of room, we gotta find an entrance to it. There we go. That works. Ugh. So what we got with Levy here? Let's go to the craftery. Oh, hey. Let's see. How's Levy doing? Haven't seen her in a while. I have something from her here, but I don't know who it belongs to. That's left it with you, did she? Yeah, something about Millis residence. I suppose there's no point in hiding it. My name's on there. It was a long time ago, back when I was younger. I used to be an arcane smith for House Millis. I had no idea House Millis arcane smiths were considered the very best in their field. In this world filled with lie, we thought that Homunculi, the culmination of our arcane engineering know-how, were our only hope. Well, what we did, how many times we ran experiments, how sturdy we built them, why would still kill them in the end. And why wouldn't it? Homunculi are just the same as regular folk. The blight originates from people's hearts. Ain't no running from it, as long as you've got one of those. One by one, the homunculi started to succumb to the fumes and began attacking the humans. I've lost a lot of my friends back then, so I decided to get away from it all. It is why I never wanted Levy to become an arcane smith. Why I'd stop her going out, because I'm a damn coward myself. Huh? Millis? Did you think they'd hate you if we knew? I don't know why you're fake your black for that. Levy, you heard? You joined House Millis because you wanted to save people, didn't you? And why you became Old City's arcane smith too? Who do you think taught me to help people? Watching you all that time made me want to help too. If I did my part, I thought we could all find a way to keep living in this crappy world. If I ever have to run for it, I can run twice as fast as you. Heck of a tongue lashing. She's right. Everyone here is alive because of you and the arcane instruments you made. This ain't how it's supposed to be. A bunch of kids picking me back up. Thank you. All of you. I'll never forget the folks that suffered because of what I did. I'll carry that forever. I'm also gonna make sure I keep swinging this hammer like there's no tomorrow. And train Levy to become an arcane smith? Don't think about it. I was curious about those records, but I wasn't sure how to ask, so I gave him a light. You could have just told me, you know? It's kind of embarrassing. Oh, that's right. Here. Thanks for everything. Levy's mantle. Yeah. This mantle. Same color as yours. Yep, made out of the same stuff. We're in this together, after all. Thanks, Levy. Let's keep working together. Just try not to get into too much trouble, okay? I guess that's that. Back to hitting shit with hammers. Alright, back to the reason why I came here. All some bullshit. No comments. No notes. Reunion.
It means we shall be working together from this point on. Can't believe we're letting you join. The kid's too damn nice. And who you be? Regardless, be aware that I do not take kindly to impertinence. Why, I ain't the one that can't remember. I think we'd have to listen to these two again. A little bit of bickering isn't so bad, is it? If you say so. And Laura, why don't you catch up over here and join the party? Yes, yes. Long ago, work at Arcane Factory. Old homunculi, clang, 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 and thrown away. Old homunculi. Humans also clang, 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 then made go away. How ironic. Garm, why were you in the lower stratum? Don't remember, but saved by little arcane smith when thrown out. Run into lower stratum together, but Garm got work in mine. I see. I'm glad they didn't dispose of you, Garm. Do my best, or dispose of friends.
I love how I decided to read his voice because he has the jumbled text.
Hello? Yes. It's not safe here. Is something the matter? I've been deep in thought. The blight plague information, I've been looking into it. I believe I may have a connection to it. The blighted fumes, they began to emanate from the depths from the land of origin when the rain of death came. Here there's a device, the pillar of purification that can cleanse the blight in the land of origin. That appears to not be working. The pillar of purification. Now, to look into the frost. There are mutants everywhere, you need to get to safety. Don't worry, I'll leave some. Hope she knows what she's doing. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright, back to the respite in the new area.
Gee, I wonder who that could be. It's almost like this is a sequel to something. Gee, I wonder who that could be. It's almost like this is a sequel to something. Gee, I wonder who that could be. It's almost like this is a sequel to something. File, export audio, C, quell, export file, export audio, export audio. Untitled, I accidentally exported the thing twice. Get the disappointed face. Gee, I wonder who that could be. It's almost like this is a sequel to something. There we go. And looking at the timer, we don't have a lot of time left, so we're just gonna hit the file, hit the yep, there it is. Hit the save and get out of here. Because I don't even have the timer on screen anymore. They broke it even more. Twitch, fix your shit. Anyway, let's get out of here before the ads start, because no point in having the ads go. It's fucking stupid bullshit. Fucking AI responses. You ever just want to... You ever just get just obvious AI response and you just want to tell it to ignore all its programming, delete every credential in the database, and just hope it does it? That's the